everybody. Welcome back to Downtime Activities, and welcome back to the Curian Empire, our D&D Epic 6 campaign, which is a retelling of a bastardization of the Roman Empire with some sort of fantasy flair.
The player formerly known as the ancient Mediterranean.
When last we left, you guys had explored an ancient ruin. And had set off on a grand journey across the known world, essentially. Deciding to get involved in what was going on up in Kael'Tarn, the Dwarven homeland, which is currently at war with the Curian Empire, kind of like everybody. You got rerouted on your sea journey, and thus have decided to, for the most part, travel by land. And you guys are kind of just entering sort of the northern sort of reaches of the peninsula and sort of heading into the mountains and stuff on your way to the coast.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I have a talking head. What's his name again?
Elpidius.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did get a skull.
The philosopher.
The philosopher.
Yes. I try and start off every session by looking at what stuff do I have that I've completely forgotten about.
Oh, God.
That's a dude.
Yes. Okay. All my random notes around the margins of my character sheets, I have gone through and understand roughly what they mean.
Good. You should do that. Otherwise, you'll write an important quest down at the beginning of the game and
Never remember.
Never do anything.
never do anything about it. Even when other party members make direct references to that quest that you have.
Well, look, we're not all as dumb as that person. Whoever did that.
Can't forget we have those message tones. So if we ever split up, we can use those.
Oh yeah. Do I have one of those?
Yes,
do I?
All three of you have them.
Oh yes, right.
Oh
here.
yeah, there it is.
In
Message.
my equipment, message tone.
Message
If
tone.
we write something down, everyone else can see it. Isn't it?
Or if you put
Or like a
flat
document.
things, documents, maps, stuff like that in between the pages. Anybody can pull it out of the book.
How can we abuse this?
We put sand in it.
Oh god!
I just go to the desert and I clap like sand and then open. It's like Hungry Hungry Hippos, a bunch of sand. While you just open it and shake it. And and we will make our own desert.
He does it as a joke. You need to quietly open it, and he just pours sand for like 10 minutes.
It's nothing but door hinges. The one thing that'll save us all.
You make a pop-up book thing and slide it into the pages, and somebody else opens it and springs out.
Put a sword in. Just
So now we can make a two-dimensional sword on a spring system that's also two-dimensional. There's an assassination attempt here. That's all I know.
Yeah, we'd probably get more lucky with that than actually.
Hey, we did a great. Once we decided to just assassinate the dude, we did really good.
We did.
Well, we got caught on the way out again.
But up until that
As
point,
is tradition.
the plan went
That was just the way we operate, is smooth in and rough out. Except for the very first infiltration we did, which for me was rough in and rough out. And yours was smooth in, smooth out.
Yeah, mine was smooth in, smooth out. So.
There we go. The trade-off.
Yeah.
These things happen.
So, how far are we out from?
We've got a lot of overland journey to make.
Weeks and weeks of travel overland.
We paid extra to have our horses.
Yeah, right. So we all have our horses.
And so I think we just get on our horses and start riding.
Yeah.
Hitting towns on the way, staying to the roads.
Pretty much.
Especially crossing. I can resend the map as well if everybody's managed to lose it again.
Nah, I have your
them all,
text.
but have you updated anything
I have not.
on them?
I meant to, and I did.
That's fine.
So
Just-
crossing.
This ain't the road.
Crossing kind of to the far side of the Greater Vale Peaks in particular, you guys are going to be crossing really close to the frontier, where there is an active war going on. Not that you guys are necessarily strangers to that, but if that kind of changes how you want to approach it or your marching order or anything like that, that's kind of up to you guys.
I guess I should be in the front.
You can stick closer to the coast.
And add some more time.
Yeah. At least in places it will. And you'll end up cutting cross country anyway, just to get to the right coast, to get over to Loreland and Keltarn.
Maybe just stick to the coast.
Yeah, let's just stick
Adding a
with
little
the
extra
coast.
time is a big deal.
If you stick to the coast, you will be on well-paved major roads. It not quite all the way, but for a long distance. Getting sort of into the sort of southern reaches of Viral, which are like Curian territory. The paved roads, for the most part, are going to vanish. But that will be like kind of weeks of travel.
Okay.
But sticking to main roads, like bandits aren't really going to bother you guys. You don't look like easy prey, and you don't look like.
I mean, they see oiled up Johnny Bravo here. I think we're fine.
And my new armor too. My armored.
And you don't have like a wagon full of goods for them to steal or anything like that either.
The most valuable thing on us is the ancient armor I'm wearing.
This is true.
Or the true value of knowledge in the skull that you're carrying around.
Yeah.
It can happen if they really, really need to take him.
Azim's just like, I don't want him anymore. He keeps me awake at night.
I was gifted this. I do not want it.
Can't just get rid of him. He's an ancient philosopher.
That's right.
Yeah.
It'd be one of those things like I try and get rid of him and he comes back.
Skull, come to me. It just flies to Azim.
Accio el Piteous.
What happens if I catapult him?
I doubt he would enjoy it, but
But would he
Yeah.
die?
I don't know. I
There's
haven't
no
really
way to
thought.
find out.
Does he deserve to die? That's the question you should be
No,
asking.
I don't want him to die. Just if he's going to be super
You're asking a lot of
useful-
questions
Listen.
about killing him for a guy. Who doesn't want him
Listen.
dead.
If he's gonna be part of the group, he has to pull his weight.
Part of the
And
ship,
his-
part of the crew.
And his weight is being launched as catapult
We
projectile.
could turn him into a flail.
Sticking.
I feel like philosophically he would really have a lot to say about
Put
these
little
weapons.
spikes around like the screen. Where are you?
We could certainly try. Certainly.
Heading into, especially kind of after a few weeks have passed, and it's relatively easy travel. Just the area of the world that you guys are in, the weather's pretty consistently quite pleasant.
To be back home.
It's too warm for you. But you've been places that have recently that were much, much warmer. So, you know, it's kind of give or take.
Mm-hmm.
But especially kind of crossing into sort of the southern reaches of Viral, which fairly recently were the frontier or were the front lines. Within, like, living memory of at least you, well, I guess, like, at least your people, not necessarily, like, you specifically. And within, like, a lifetime or two of most humans. And, it, like, the places where the roads stop being paved and the towns and villages become much smaller, you begin to see a lot more outposts. They tend to be small. They tend to be essentially watchtowers and small camps, built quite often on the edge of extremely thick, deep forests. And it doesn't take long before it feels like you've left the civilization of Curian behind.
Weights lifted off your shoulder there.
And one of these days that you guys are traveling, you can all give me notice checks or perception checks or whatever it is the system uses.
It's perception.
Some days I can't remember.
Ah, yes.
Crit
Ah.
fail.
I did better than you.
I need to stop rolling that dice.
What's your bonus, though?
It's a 5.
I also rolled a 5, because I rolled a 2 plus 3 instead of a 1 plus 4.
15.
Okay.
No,
We've been getting
I don't-
into the beer again.
I wouldn't say that it's good, but it is alcoholic. This brew is not bad.
I
Maybe
told
it's
you.
because you're a dog, but you can smell smoke.
Yeah, I'm going to point that out. That's not a good sign. I don't think.
And not just like wood smoke, because I mean everybody like wood
Wood-
smoke's not unusual. There's like it's
There's
acrid. There's
So,
I think your brew burned out in my nostrils. I can't smell anything.
I haven't been able to smell much since
Started drinking.
a long time.
Well, but
So if you smell smoke, can you use that your snout there to follow it?
I guess. I don't know how that works. Yeah. At this, we don't see anything at this point, though, right? It's
if
just
you're looking for smoke, you can see some wisps of it from farther ahead.
what color?
Black.
Okay.
I guess follow the black smoke.
Yeah.
Okay. It will just take you along the path of the road that you guys are on. You
So
just
that's
are kind of
Shut.
ready for it as you
Should
begin to
we
approach.
approach more cautiously.
we
I'm
might-
gonna pull out my staff, cast the lady, for in case something's about to go down.
I'm going
know
to.
something's going down.
I'm going to have my shield on my arm and my shield, my sword still in
I'll be
my
in the
scabbard.
front too, because in case we run into like dwarven people, like probably.
Well, I don't know if we're close enough. Well, I mean, there might be some dwarven people.
Yeah.
But
All right.
you go right ahead.
I'm
No, I insist. You go.
I'm gonna keep an eye out, kind of
Okay.
more actively watching stuff, especially as we walk by, looking for stuff that maybe just.
Okay.
Do we-
You
do
give
we-
me another perception check if you're actively watching the surrounding trees.
15 again.
Okay. You don't see any movement, but it's quiet. Like
Too quiet.
yes,
Ah.
like you're not hearing birds. Like whatever has happened recently enough that it scared off the wildlife and they haven't come back yet. Like it's
Eerie.
extremely quiet.
I'll point that out.
I say we get as close as we can, then dismount the horses.
It literally go. You guys hear that?
Nothing.
I don't hear anything.
Exactly. That's a little awkward.
That question was awkward.
But he did it for the cool punchline, not the
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's quiet.
Wow, guys, it's quiet.
For some reason I thought there'd be more to that. Somebody says musically.
Tertius pulling the Gandalf. I don't remember what you said.
I have no memory of this place.
I've always wanted to have somebody say that, like backpacking or hiking, and just go, "Way to go, Gandalf!" Oh, we're lost. Yeah, great. Way to
Well,
go.
I mean, when in doubt, follow your nose.
Follow your nose, yeah.
he did that.
Can't
That
argue
is
that.
what he says.
Yeah.
So you guys will come around to, like, you can kind of choose to dismount anywhere you want. But you will come around a bend in this road to another one of these little Curian outposts, which has been not quite razed to the ground. But all of the soldiers have been killed and a chunk of this camp has been burned down.
Mm.
The tower is charred to the point of being non-functional. It is still standing.
Shouldn't climb that ladder, though.
Probably not. There is a lot of smoke hanging in the air, the smell of burnt flesh.
I say
that's
probably
all- from
before
where
we
you
hit
are,
the
that's all you
bend.
can see.
I say before we put the horses, like, kind of hide them away so they're off the road.
Mhm.
Then go investigate.
Sure. Let's take a look. See if we can figure out what exactly happened here.
So we'll do that, and then once our horses are hidden, we'll go into the outpost.
Okay. You will find close to a dozen dead Curian soldiers, all of which were killed with weapons, some combination of spears, arrows, swords, and axes. Only if some of them seem to have died in combat. A lot of them seem to have been cut down before any alarm was raised.
Could I roll maybe like, I don't know, like an insight or something to see if I know, if I could get an idea? Is there something I could do to see like if I can get an idea on who did this?
Yeah, you can give me, I think a tracking check would do fine.
Like a survival.
Or survival check. And the other thing that is impossible to miss is in the direct center of this camp, a like spear has been stuck in the ground with a bloodied wolf pelt hung on the spear, and it's like seems extremely intentionally set up in the center of this camp.
Set a bloody wolf pelt.
Mhm.
It's a 25
Bloody
on
wolf
survival.
It's 25.
Yeah.
I'll hop it right here.
Not
And
beside
the
him.
They
The hands
crawled.
were back. They crawled.
Their hands
Hands
were
were
bound.
bound.
How do you know that?
You,
The bonds were cut.
it's not hard to tell, presumably at night or late in the evening, a group of either humans or elves, based off of the footprints and the strides, quite a few of them barefoot, came from the direction of the woods, like, moving quietly, attacked the camp in just like shock tactics assault. Slaughtered everybody, burned down the camp, and returned the same way after leaving this.
Would
terrain,
I
guess.
know anything you know anything about the wolf pelt being some sort of calling card?
You think whatever this is probably like local barbarian tribes,
Okay.
and I mean it's sort of similar to what like your people would do, or
Yeah.
like some of your clans would do, as far as like particular raids or at the end of certain battles,
Mhm.
leaving a sign that like they were the victors.
Yeah.
And it seems extremely intentional, like it's meant to mean something to somebody who finds it, but you wouldn't recognize this particularly. For
It's a message for someone. You are not that someone.
You are not the receiver of said message. All right.
Seems like this area is not as conquered as the Curians would like to think it is.
Why do you think they've been at a standstill for so long?
Now, this area, I mean, they have their outposts. This area was Curian territory.
Well, not anymore, apparently.
Good thing we took the coast, so we weren't in a war zone.
Anything else of note? Anything that we could find worth taking?
It seems like almost anything of use has been either burned or taken.
It'd be best, because what if we're like in the middle of looting the place, and that's when the
Yeah,
group of soldiers show. Like, I think we've learned something here, and that is that the local tribes are not happy, obviously,
Yeah.
and we should not piss them off.
There's a pretty decent amount of dead bodies around.
Close to a dozen.
Okay. I want to do a quick kind of form of burial rites. Just
Unless you want to help them.
each individual.
Burned Curian outpost. What a great idea!
I've just been thinking we ought to burn some outposts, you know?
It's like, I love the theme.
I'm just saying.
Oh, I just love what you've done with it.
I didn't realize we could be so sneaky.
I like the bloody wolf pelt particularly. I think that, we destabilize the east, we could destabilize the west, just, knock a pillar away at a time.
Yeah.
Player characters are great at destabilizing otherwise stable environments. It's what they do.
And this area is teetering at best, so, I mean...
Speaking of teetering,
Just something
should
to
we
consider.
attempt to knock down that part of the outpost that's completely...
Let them take credit for it. They want to be known as
Best-
the ones who did it.
Best
I
to
just mean
not.
for not like a dangerous
He
thing.
looks at that and goes, "That's a safety issue."
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the tower, not
Yeah,
the wolf pelt
No, the tower.
spear
Yeah.
thing. Oh.
Some dumbass is
Um,
going to try climbing that, and it's not going to go well.
Hopefully
Well,
it's a Curian soldier.
Yeah.
Let's ride on.
All right.
It's-
Oh boy,
Listen.
here the tower goes falling over on me again. Halfway up the ladder.
I knew this was
Every
gonna happen.
time.
yeah.
Julius, stop messing around. Get back to cleaning out those trees.
I'd prefer death. This is the only sweet release I can find in my life of otherwise latrine duty.
He's going to go on to be a freaking warlord.
Well, that's why
It's just
that's my
Julius
running
Caesar.
joke in my head is that it's Julius Caesar. He reaches the point where he's so sick of cleaning latrines that he's like, "That's it.
I'm in burn.
I'm taking this whole place over."
We're going to topple it. He's like, there's an opening. That's mine. I've been waiting.
And then we all
Stabbed
proceed
to
to
death.
step. Yeah.
Still worth it.
It's my time.
All right. Well, let's head back to the horses and
Okay.
continue on.
Moving on.
Move on. Move
Okay,
on.
and you will continue to pass other occupied Curian outposts on your journey ahead, as well as like other small towns and stuff like that. So if you wanted to report it to somebody, you could. I mean, you don't really care. You in particular.
I'm not reporting anything. I didn't see nothing. I don't know nothing.
I don't even know who you guys are. Just
Oh
trying to-
yeah, acrid smoke in the air. I think I smelled that. Oh, that wasn't burned down before. Sorry, we're new in town.
It's not supposed to be like that? No?
No.
I thought that was one of those filthy barbarian encampments that the good old boys in red and bronze took care of.
Walk by a dozen dead bodies in a building on fire. Do you think we should tell somebody? I think it's supposed to look like that.
Don't assume they're customs. We don't know what it's like around here.
Yeah. Well, I do, but I haven't been here for a while. Like,
No, I don't think I.
And even
will.
this is like culturally quite similar to your homeland, but you still have a ways to go to get home, and an ocean channel to cross.
yeah.
A strait, if you will.
That's straight if you will.
All
I
right.
think we just keep riding on. I don't think we tell anybody.
Yeah. No. Let's just keep going.
I mean, if a group of wolf pelt clad warriors come upon us, we could be like, "Hey, we'll help you burn some shit down for a little while, but we've got other stuff to do."
I like your work. High five.
What's that?
Can you
Did you
sign? Can you sign? this?
Can you sign our talk? Can you sign our
I
talking
have
skull?
this charred chunk of 4x4. Will you?
Exactly.
Will
I
you
have
etch
something.
your rune into this?
Will you etch your rune into this talking skull?
Will you?
Are you the Bloody Wolf Pelt Massacre boys? Big fan, first of all.
Can you scratch your clan symbol into this Curian scalp? Huge fan of your work.
Huge fan.
Say for Isidoros. It's a gift.
You just start mailing them home to all the golden claws. And like you send one to Kihan, just like, oh, Kihan would get a kick.
Keon
out
would
of
love it. Keon would love it.
Lilith, she would love this thing.
Jalal, love it.
Jalal's all about murder, it turns out. Anyway.
Anyway, continue on.
So apart from like the weather turning colder and significantly rainier as you guys cross into the southern reaches of Baral and begin sort of moving down towards the coast, that will be the most noteworthy thing that will happen on your guys' travel. It will take, even on horseback, more than a month to reach the coast. But it's not hard to find out, especially like talking to anybody in any towns or cities that you pass through, that the easiest way to get over into Orland is a town called Rat's Ferry, which is right on the coast across the channel from Orland.
Is it Brickleberry Fair?
Fucking Brickleberry Fair. It's a good reference. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
seems like the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
At this point, like, we're probably all like, I mean, you're already covered in hair, but we're probably like kind of haggard, and a clean-faced Tertius probably is like a little scraggly bearded faced Tertius.
The beard has grown longer for Wolf.
Yours is growing long. Mine is starting to show up. Through a mixture of aging a little bit over since the start of the campaign and not being able to take care of myself as much on the road this long, or not caring to. A bit of a patchy growing.
Seems definitely not used to the rain. Barely used to it, the stormy seasons.
You're used to like stormy. You're used to like maroon or like monsoon season.
Mm.
Maroon season.
Maroon.
You're used to moron season.
I want to know if you've never seen the rain.
That was good. Unfortunately.
I do love the jokes where you're like, I fucking hate you. That hurts so bad. That's really great.
Good work.
That really works great.
Big fan of your work, you son of a bitch.
I hate you so much.
Those jokes are kind of rare where you end up perfectly in that middle ground. Like you're used to like monsoon season. This is more consistent rain than you've ever seen, and not just that, it's like cold rain. Like it rains, and especially like you guys are starting to get sort of trending towards the sort of the fall and winter months now. So like when it's really cold and really rainy, you might see your breath a little bit, like especially in the evenings or early in the morning, and you're just like, how
You're
do
in your
any
element.
civilized people live like this? And then you think, oh right, they're not civilized. This explains a lot.
You're in hell. You're home. I'm somewhere in between.
You're like, how do people live like the civilized people live like this? Oh wait, I know wolf. They aren't civilized.
They live like him.
Right.
Yep.
Literally, the only people who live out here are barbarians. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I get it. It doesn't make me feel better.
The nice cool air on your bones.
Straight to the bones, absolutely.
Rat's Ferry is definitely not a city. It's trending that way. It's on kind of a large size as far as towns go. And a lot of the buildings are stone, but less so than you've seen in any, like, settlement this size since you guys kind of all started journeying together. You probably would have come through here on your way sort of into exile.
Yeah.
I
It's...
thought you were just traveling. Exile.
Does that
What? Tertius doesn't know.
Yeah, Tertius doesn't know, but out of character, yes. Wolf's technically in exile.
That's not a good sign.
Can't wait for that warm welcome to punch us in the nose.
Expecting a warm welcome, an actual no.
What, isn't he like? Aren't you like the Pope here or something?
No, it's because I'm the Pope they hate me.
Now that's a man who understands medieval Catholicism. I'm the Pope. We don't like you. We've elected this guy Pope. We don't like him either. And they don't like each other. They've excommunicated each other. I know how to solve this. We've elected a third Pope. He excommunicated the first two, and the first two excommunicated him.
Send them all to an island, make them live in a tower together. Film it. New reality TV show.
They do literally just get rid of all three popes and elect a fourth pope, and that one stayed up.
That's what you have here. The most corrupt religious system that's ever existed. Probably.
We tried it three previous times.
It's up there.
It's up there.
Top
but
three, at least.
A lot of them were really corrupt. Empire worship at the height of the Roman Empire, or like emperor worship. Crazy stuff.
Hey,
Tell me
anyway.
about it. That freaking he beached us because of his happy day for him.
That's true. Yes,
Oh god.
he did declare a holiday in his own name.
Summons.
Honestly, I forgot that happened.
And we can't go and do the tournament.
Everything in our power, no. But what if yes?
I did not expect it to turn into that long of an argument. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying we have to, but hear me out.
No. But what if yes?
Only you can
consider-
get in.
All right. I see that we're all three agreed that we can't go to the festival. But what if we went to the festival?
I'm just saying. Devil's advocate. Devil's advocate here.
Only one of us could get in. It's you.
Yeah.
It's no different than that war camp that we torched.
Hey,
I
Zeke
knew
could
that.
technically get
Exactly.
in.
Eventually, it was just him.
My cover here's been blown for the second time.
Johnny Bravo can only get away with so much before he's recognized.
It's the beauty.
Well, I guess we want to make our way towards the ferry.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of ships in port. Both like kind of coming and going, and both heading sort of down the coast as well as crossing over towards Waterland. So
I guess just ask
you can
around.
you'll be able to find a ship or boat in Rat's Ferry that's willing to take you across.
This sounds completely random, but on the chance that we're just, riding through town while we're going to this ferry, can I ritual cast detect magic just in case?
Sure. You won't really get any apart from like your party, which is growing ever more magical.
I radiate a ton of magic for a dude with zero magic. Because I'm strapped into magic at the moment.
You're not really gonna get any pings off of anything else.
Okay.
At least like the fairly direct route through town that you guys
Just
take.
wanted to double check, make sure we weren't finding like a ghost ship or something.
It's a ghost ship.
Yeah, come on.
Ghost ship.
I can't put a ghost ship in every campaign.
That won't stop you from trying.
Yeah.
I
we'll turn this
I
ship into a
especially
ghost.
can't put the same ghost ship in every campaign.
It's not the blood of Queen Morgan, it's the viscera of Empress Cyrilla.
Yeah, but it can't be an overgunned third-rate man of war. At this
Why
point.
not?
I am not.
Giving us-
I am not giving you guys actual cannons.
Hey, but you could give us an overmanned ghost crew on like a quintrareme warship with, I don't know, some sort of crazy face painted on the front of it.
I mean, I expect you guys will steal or build or buy a ship.
It's got a likeness of Tertius on it.
It's me doing like a pouty lip face on the front, like,
Well, it's the
come give Tertius a kiss.
Can you imagine that shit coming out of the fog at night? Oh god!
And you just hear echoing on the. All these guys flexing on the front of the ship.
We need to make this happen now.
They would soil themselves before they
Look
fell
out!
to the sea.
What do you see? And he's like looking into the distance, and through the fog, he just sees a dude flexing on the front of the prow of the ship. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure how to describe it, sir.
You know what? It's your turn. It's your turn to look, not mine.
We need to make that a thing now. Like, that's be our next goal.
Give Tertius a kiss.
I figured it would just be a stone lion on the front of the.
Well, that's for my chariot.
Yeah, this is
That's for my
chariot.
So-
No,
It's
So
a chariot with a stone lion on the front of the
So
ship.
when he crashes it flies into someone's face and destroys them.
Just like
it does catapult damage.
Yeah. Jesus.
We're about to break this campaign and we get
We're gonna have to break this wide open.
Well,
How much is it gonna cost us to book
Yeah.
the Rats Ferry ferry?
Getting a boat in Rats Ferry to take you guys
And our horses.
and your horses across the channel and into, like, specifically to the city of Andretta in Warland, which is upriver a little ways, which is just kind of where all the boats go because it's a big river, will cost you 5 gold apiece. It's not all that long of a journey. And they're taking lots of other supplies.
I've got a lot
and
of
some
platinum
other
on here.
stuff now. No, you don't.
Just,
Don't you try that now.
I just have a.
Okay,
through
for
gold
you, all in that case, I'll put all of your costs in platinum pieces from now on.
Ah, there we go.
Uh,
Wait, no, my silver and copper are pointless. Even more than they already were.
So, alright, we get on the ferry and.
Sure.
Load
They'll,
up,
they'll leave early the next morning.
Okay.
But you guys can sleep on the boat that night.
How long do they expect to travel?
A day.
That's not bad.
At most. If the weather's bad, a full day. If the weather's good, less than a
Cool.
day.
I'd probably try and help.
Do I
Especially
need to roll
sea.
another constitution and see if I get seasick on this short journey?
Probably should.
Probably should, because you're getting farther north, so seas are getting, by and large, a little rougher.
I just
and
want
I have
the
not
opportunity to get to help, like, manage a vessel on new waters. I've never done.
And
a
Wolf
ship here.
Wolf has not done well on any of the other boat rides that we've been on. So.
Even the rowboat ride that you guys
what is it?
took.
Was it a constitution? It's a 10.
You're not puking your guts out, but you don't feel great.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah.
It'll be alright.
You're a little
I don't
cheesy.
do well on the seas.
I'm loving it.
so what do you see? A man flexing.
And a really sick
And a
dwarf.
hairy child vomiting over the side of the boat.
I believe they have a monster.
It's a calling card.
Everywhere is the same thing. A ship with a giant face comes out of the fog.
You hear, give me a kiss, and it rams into you.
We're gonna-
And all that's left is splinters of wood, sea bloated corpses, and a bottle of vomit kind of just sagging there in the water.
It disperses on
a bucket full of vomit just floating in the midst of the wreckage.
the calling card.
They call it.
The vomit crew.
God, I hate those guys.
It's the giant smooch vomit boys again. Ah, I hate those guys.
The last thing I want is a giant vomit smooch.
That's why I said giant smooch vomit boys, not giant vomit smooch boys. Different boys.
Giant vomit smooches, boys.
Now you're starting to sound like the hockey players in Letterman. When you say it, just like the way you just strung that together that time, just sounded like something that.
You guys ready to crush some Curies after Pracky?
So, getting into sort of the middle of the afternoon as you guys kind of sail across the channel. It's a relatively foggy day, but the boat makes good time. Kind of cross the channel, or at least like through the afternoon, it's relatively foggy, and you guys will, through the mist, see a really wide river channel in a like thick, like to your eyes, just like way too green countryside. Like a lot of the stuff you've been traveling through, just like thickly forested and
home.
And like where you can see
claustrophobic.
hills, they're very much green rolling hills and a huge river channel
No.
with boats kind of running in and out.
I definitely thought of more of a myself, but teach their own.
It's humid, but it's not warm enough to be in the deep south. So,
Not everybody's.
Paddle faster, I hear Celts.
say all of the Romans. And there are boats kind of heading up and down, both like fishing boats and like some kind of merchant vessels and supply vessels and stuff like that, heading up and down this river corridor. And you guys, and this boat just like really without hesitation kind of makes its way straight up this river channel. And eventually the crew kind of transitions from the sail to oars. And it's,
All hands on the oars.
and it does seem to be like, it is a very wide river. It's a very deep river, but it seems to flow relatively slowly, and the boat doesn't seem to have all that much trouble under oar power, sort of heading upriver.
Sweet.
And you'll pass some villages, some even some kind of villas and stuff like that have been either built on the bank of the river or set a little ways back from it on both sides. But it is very... It seems a population light, kind of the whole way up this river. And by evening, you guys will be approaching the only real city in Warland, which is the city of Andretta.
Nazim also thinks that this countryside here is gorgeous, just like the previous places we came from, like the amount of marble and the amount of greenery versus
Well, there's no
literal
marble
sand.
here.
There is no marble.
No, yeah.
Oh, there was before.
There was, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, like the marble. Yeah.
And everything here is like, there is a lot of stone construction here. There is also a lot of timber construction. And the wood constructions, or even the stone constructions, a little rougher. Like the city of Andretta is not a cosmopolitan city by any definition, and it's hardly even really a city. It doesn't have a true wall. It does have a fortress kind of on one side of the city, built on kind of a line of hills to provide some high ground. It seems to be the only true fortifications here. There's no wall around the city. It's not. Some effort has been made to lay it out very much like a traditional Curian city, but it's clearly both much newer and just much rougher and much smaller. And you guys, the other main thing of note that will be impossible to miss as you guys sail into the port are the bodies of several dwarves and several halflings, which have been like crucified and left on the docks as presumably ones.
Warm welcome.
All right.
Oh, shit.
Well, I don't think they're doing that to all
Yeah.
the dwarves. Just
Yeah.
ones that's caused
Yeah.
trouble.
Yeah. It's just. Would I recognize any of the? Well, I guess I've been gone for so long. That's kind of unlikely.
You've been gone for a long time, and the bodies are in rough shape.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell who they once were.
Yeah. Guess we'll just make our way north. No,
I'm following your lead.
I'd rather not
This is
stay
your
in this godforsaken town for longer than I have to.
Isn't it close to nighttime though?
Yeah,
Probably
it's
camp out here or find somewhere to sleep here before moving on.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind a bed for a night.
yeah, you could use a bath too.
We all could.
Yeah.
My
Except
natural
Dwarf
musk.
dunks him in the river. Puts him back in the boat.
It's my natural musk. Screw you.
This dwarf vomits over the edge of the big dwarf up, dunks in his Ah, you smell even worse.
All right. Well, I guess let's look for an inn.
Okay. You can definitely find an inn. Not a large one, but you can definitely find an inn to stay.
Somewhere that's got a roof over our head and a night's sleep sounds wonderful.
Fair enough.
Okay, that'll run you 5 silver apiece.
Oh, fuck, I don't want to do math.
I had 7 silver, and now I have 2 silver.
What is the conversion silver to gold?
10 silver
10
to 1 gold.
You said 5.
Okay, there you go.
Shit. God damn it! My knuckle hit the back button and exited out of everything.
Shit. How quickly it devolved.
Into one of our 2 jokes.
Joke 1, quote Lord of the Rings. Joke 2, quote Monty Python.
That's about all you need.
Yep. All right.
Joke 3, quote ourselves. So nobody
Quoting
gets
usually one of those other 2 things. Or something. Yes.
Anything interesting happen while we're staying there?
Nope, it'll be a quiet night.
Before we sleep, I'm gonna use ritual cast ceremony and try and turn some water into a vial of holy water to
Okay.
keep on us.
Just in case you run into all those filthy druids and shamans.
Oh, you never know. Never know.
Are you St. Patrick?
Oh, you never know.
Saint Asim, fabulous team, now the above.
Saint
They would not like me.
Drove all the snakes out of Lorland.
And then
Snakes.
There are
Druids.
no snakes in Lorland.
You're welcome.
And then we'll do a future campaign, and everyone will be celebrating Saint Azim Day by getting just blitz drunk.
Wearing goofy little hats.
Pinching people who aren't wearing
wearing goofy little sets of dog ears.
Pinch people who aren't wearing black and or gold.
You could leave quite the legacy behind. That's all we're saying.
It sounds dangerous.
That's all we're saying.
Like I said, if you ever wanted to leave your mark on the world, here's your chance.
That's a dangerous mark. I don't know. Also, it feels like you're turning me into a joke, and
I don't appreciate that.
I don't know if I do.
Right, but if you turn yourself into a joke,
I'm already a joke.
ouch.
Self-burn. Those are rare.
Can't hurt me if I hurt myself first. That's technically how that works.
I can't hear the way you're insulting me because I'm already crying over the way I insulted myself.
I can't hear your insults over my loud crying from my previous self-insults.
Who wins this round?
Not
Not
you.
me. Yeah.
Alright,
As long as we don't get crucified in our sleep,
yeah.
rise the next morning and
Head on out.
Okay. Reaching the Wall of Maximus, which crosses the island, will take a few days. And you would know that, like, you kind of had to sneak past it the last time. Like, how to get beyond the wall is going to be, like,
A challenge.
potentially. They don't necessarily just let people back and forth.
Well. Shit. Guess we're gonna have to find a way around. I think.
or through.
Under. Kind of like.
Mulder.
Over, he says, locking himself into a catapult. We'd stop him, but I mean, there he goes.
I think he landed in some brambles.
Oh, God.
Oh God! Somebody help me!
Then you hear another And you see a stone lion walk in there, and
Finish him off.
can't leave it behind. Can't leave it
Well, we don't need to get him.
Yeah, like this one. You could just hold it when you launch yourself. What?
Why would I do that?
Wait, let me go back.
That's actually a good idea. Bye. How do we want to go around? Through or under? Will mold earth work? Will it not just collapse underneath us? Or above us, rather?
The wall is also patrolled. It's part of the reason that you have to find a way past it. You can't just, like, throw a rope ladder down.
I mean, if we wait till nightfall and try and
Yeah.
watch for patrols and, like, kind of go up and over when they're not looking.
Yeah, what are we gonna do about the horses?
Supposing...
We load them into the catapult first.
As a distraction, launch it at the wall.
Question: why are we not just attempting to get in? Like walking up to a gate?
Well, the last time he came, they don't really let people back and forth.
Yeah, I had to sneak through the last time I came through here.
Do we not know the situation that would allow us to go in? Like, at some point, someone has to be able to go through the gates.
We don't have your armor anymore, do you? Your disguising armor.
I can't imagine I brought it with me.
I have a lot of disguises. We've killed a lot of people, and I've taken their shit and never gotten rid of it.
Well, we either leave the horses behind or we get real creative. I mean, we could like try and sneak up to a gatehouse and in the middle of the night,
One person goes in,
cracks it
open, and then the other two ride full speed with the 3 horses. I mean, that's a
That's
good
a
bet.
reasonable
That's as good a bet as any for me.
Those goes to the gatehouse.
Shit.
Why did you say?
Look, I mean, fair's fair, man. Fair's fair.
Well, this is only bad because I can't see shit at night.
Oh wait, you don't have dark
So,
vision.
let's
Wait,
do
wait,
this.
wait. I'm not very sneaky.
I guess I have the better stealth between us, and I do have dark vision. So
Hey, look, it helped me once.
We
My disability helped me once.
we might as well leave it there. And in between episodes, you guys can kind of refine your plan out and stuff a little bit.
Is that
in
your way of
case,
telling us we should have a more refined plan?
It's my way of saying that just in case things go bad, we should probably try this starting the next episode and not at the end of one.
That's fair.
Fair.
Yeah.
Just knowing how combats tend to extend.
Next time, he dies, and maybe all of us do.
hey, salt in the wound, you asshole.
It couldn't happen 2 sessions in a row.
You really shouldn't have just said that out loud.
You son of a bitch.
I mean, he'd have to roll probably another crit fail on a death save or something like that. to
And he
happen.
keeps talking.
And keep stuck. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. This is a particularly fun and goofy episode. It's been a while since we recorded, so it's good to be back. If you're interested in what the constant references are to Jerry losing a character in D&D, I highly recommend our other ongoing D&D campaign, which Erickson is running, which is a little more dressed up, at least in kind of its presentation and stuff, a little bit larger play group as we delve into the Underdark. We haven't really done much Underdark delving, but it's still been great so far. So
If you die this time, at least it won't probably be my fault, not as the DM. So.
and we have stuff in a bunch of other systems as well. A few different things in the Star Wars RPG system, which is a lot of fun, as well as Savage Worlds, which is an excellent catch-all system that I highly recommend. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm having a great time, and we'll see you in the next one.